GBC, y'all. Check it out. Y'all ready? Come on. Entrepreneurs.
That's cool.
Entrepreneurs. Check it out. Make a wish, and the dream comes true. If you believe it, then you will do. In the heart of China, baby, the enterprise rock, the missionaries and the visionaries take the hot spot. Entrepreneurial intelligence and skills here at GBC. Let's do it.
Cool.
Let's do it, do it, do it here at GBC.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. 许愿之后，梦想就会实现。如果你相信，你就会有这种感觉。在中国的心脏，这条企业道路，梦想家和实践家，全部都热烈入驻。创业家 GBC。
Entrepreneurs.
Cool.
Entrepreneurs.
Sure that the guy is called Gary.
This guy?
Your favorite entrepreneur. Gary.
Mine. Nigel Green.
Another one. Another guy. The Ukrainian American.
Oh, yeah.
Gary.
Vaynerchuk. I'll mention him. Well remembered. Yeah. Steve Jobs. Bill Gates. Mark Zuckerman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's so many.
Exactly. Hi, my name is Mars Puyan from GBC Live. Today we have Howard Whiteson here with us. Howard Whiteson is a senior wealth manager with the deVere Group, the world's largest independent financial consultancy with a truly global presence. He specializes in education planning, retirement planning, estate and succession planning. And in each case, his main concern is to put the priorities of his customers before himself. Expats living and working in China face a specific set of opportunities and challenges. These including entrepreneurs and small business owners. So Howard, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
I know that you've got a busy work, busy time. Really, really appreciate for your honor that you gave us this time to be with us today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, Mars.
You're welcome. So as we're gonna talk about entrepreneurship and fintech, and as we know that you're from deVere Group, can you give us a sort of introduction about deVere Group?
Yeah.
What exactly deVere Group is doing?
Sure. So deVere Group is the largest independent financial consultancy in the world. I think we've got about 90,000 clients and $10 billion US under management.
Awesome.
And we specialize in helping people with their investment strategies here in China and across the world.
Nice. How many countries?
We're in 80 countries.
80 countries. Awesome. That's awesome. This is so big. I mean, today I'm talking with a big guy actually.
Yeah, in every way.
Every way. So cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a sort of definition of fintech, what fintech is, and also we want to connect it to entrepreneurship. So my first question from Howard is going to be, what is fintech?
So that's a good question. Fintech definition has changed, I would say, within the last 10 years. Now it really includes any form of digital, online or mobile financial services. So, it's financial technology that could include general advice about finances, specific investment vehicles, and even cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin.
Nice.
So truly disruptive industry in our field of wealth management.
Perfect. So, and then what about entrepreneurship? Do you have any idea about entrepreneurship? Are you an entrepreneur? Have you been an entrepreneur?
Yeah. So I would say everyone working at deVere is entrepreneurial.
Oh, really?
That comes from the top down.
Nice.
Nigel Green is our CEO, and he's an entrepreneur like no other person I know.
Nice.
And then each of us has an entrepreneurial element to our business.
Nice.
So our model is a little bit like a franchise where we have to build our own customer base. So we get supplied, if you like, with all the fantastic solutions of deVere, but we have to go out and spread the word to people.
Nice. The Nigel Green you mentioned as CEO, is he a founder as well, or?
Yep. So
The founder.
he founded deVere.
Nice.
Yeah. Hong Kong was the first country he opened, and China was actually the second.
Oh, really?
So 13, 14 years ago, he came to China. We've been here ever since.
Nice.
And
Awesome.
yeah, he's a dynamo, Nigel.
Awesome. When we talk about entrepreneurship, and we have different type of entrepreneurship. Well, we have entrepreneurship in individual level, that we have some entrepreneurs, then the corporations level, then we have in governmental level, even government can do entrepreneurial things, like the government wants to launch a company, a big company providing service to public and so on.
Yeah.
It may go, successful or not and whatsoever, because entrepreneurship is crazy, can be successful, can go to failure. That's why we call it entrepreneurship, because it's all about risk. But for your case, for deVere Group, it is a sort of corporation level, isn't it?
Yes, I would say, it was a family business, and it's becoming a corporation. So we're in a kind of a sweet spot where we are moving from family business to corporate level.
To corporate level.
Yeah.
Do we have any example of family, big groups, a family model getting to a sort of corporate level?
In our
we have
world,
it?
yeah, sure. Goldman Sachs would be an obvious
really?
example
Yeah.
that really went the same way that we're going. I think we're very much focused in the world of helping foreigners, although we do also help some local Chinese also, but our primary focus around the world is to help foreigners.
Nice, awesome.
yeah.
Do you have any fintech service? I know that you're in financial area, and you're as it's mentioned in your background, that I was reading that you're doing wealth management stuff.
Yeah.
What my question is that have you done any fintech stuff through deVere Group?
We have. So one of the reasons I love Nigel is that he's visionary, and he saw the disruptive nature of fintech to our industry. I think many of our competitors are still in denial about that. Not all of them, but many. So we've basically built a digital core, and we've combined it with a human face. So to our mind, that gives us the best of both worlds. And that results in a number of different adoptions of fintech. There's a couple of really interesting ones. One is a digital multi-currency Mastercard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's available as an app and as also a physical card. And you can go from switching currencies, transfer money around the world, all at a fraction of the cost of a traditional bank.
Is the mobile app? You said, yeah.
Yeah,
Has it been launched?
Yeah, it's been launched. It took us about a year in the making.
Oh, really?
And it's been officially launched for about the last 3 months. Yeah, we went through some beta testing.
It means our viewers, they can get your app from app stores, either Android or iOS.
Correct. So yeah, they just simply type into the App Store or Google Play Store.
What's the name?
It's deVere Vault. So
Vault.
deVere Vault. Yeah.
What is it, Vault? I mean, what is it, the spell of Vault?
Vault is VAULT, and yeah, they put in deVere, DEVERE, Vault.
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 Nice.
Yeah. You know, a vault is in the bottom of a bank where they keep the gold. We've kind of kept the gold but got rid of the rest of the bank.
You keep the gold of people.
Kind of. We guard it. We guard it very carefully. And when they download the app, they need to then enter a code, which they get asked for a code, which is 16165, and then they will have access to the app.
Oh, what is this code? 16165?
It's a code that links
It
them
is required.
with deVere. Yeah.
When we want to first we download it, then we install it.
Yeah.
During the installation, I mean, initial step of installation is asking for that code. Yes.
Well, after it's installed, it will ask for personal details, proof of address, proof of ID. Generally speaking, you get approval within 4 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how we can use this? Imagine that I have, I don't know, I have yuan or RMB in my pocket, so I want to just spend some money in HK dollar or Hong Kong dollar. I want to buy some stuff in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So if I get connected to this app and I can change my money, so then I can.
So currently there's 4 different currencies: USD, GBP, Swiss franc, and euros. By the end of September, I think, roughly, we'll have 22 different currencies. We're looking at renminbi as one of those.
Nice.
We're looking at some other exciting stuff that we may talk about. But yeah, I use my card, for example, in restaurants here. If I use a traditional bank, to exchange the money costs me about 4 or 5% usually.
Yeah.
Using a digital app, it costs 1%.
Oh,
so
3%
yeah,
or
3 or 4%.
4%
less.
save.
And then there's other ways I can use it. So if you and I both have a vault card, I can send you money instantly anywhere in the world. I can send my money to any bank out there.
Is there any relation with blockchain, Bitcoin?
It's coming.
Really? One of those?
Yeah, we're looking at Bitcoin. Obviously, again, Bitcoin is massive in the fintech world. We're very aware of that.
Yeah,
So-
well, having Bitcoin in your platform and people, they can exchange their money to Bitcoin, from Bitcoin to other currencies that you mentioned.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, and it's to the second exchange rate.
Oh, really?
So literally, as you put the money in, you just choose one currency and another, and it gives you the exchange rate live right there.
It's really cool. So that was sort of the functions of the mobile app. You said, let's get into the thing that we want to talk about, which are some barriers, some challenges that entrepreneurs they have, or we want to see how it is.
Yeah.
So what kind of challenges? Normally challenges are technical challenges or financial challenges or, based on market-wise challenge. Do you have competitors?
Yeah, we've had all of those challenges. So, being aware of a problem is not the same as necessarily solving the problem.
Yeah.
So in order to get from the point of having a bank to the point of having the Vault app, there are 8 companies that we've had to put all in a line.
Wow.
And you can imagine that's pretty tough.
Yeah, it is.
And then from a compliance point of view, from security, we've got to have the highest level of encryption to make sure that the money is safe. And then we've had technical challenges. So when we beta launched it, we had some obvious technical bugs in our app. And then we've faced also customer service feedback. So if any of you download the app, we would love to get some feedback. There's a feedback part of the app, and improving the app from the client's customer's point of view is very important.
Nice.
So, for example, many foreigners here and also Chinese have children being educated in the West, and they want to be able to send them money. They can do that now with the app.
Nice.
If they see their child is spending too much money, now they can freeze the card.
Oh.
So you can stop your child spending at a distance. So these have presented, very difficult technical challenges to make sure they really work.
Yeah, that's an awesome, I think, mobile app for in fintech area. I mean, it's solving a sort of problem that really is challenging, time-consuming. Also, it's all about saving some money. A few percentage of those money also. Time-consuming wise. So this is really good. It's awesome. So, what about competitors? I mean, I'm really interested to know about competitors. So how it is? I mean, do you have any competitors? I don't think I haven't seen.
We do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I think one of the signs of a good entrepreneurial idea is that somebody else has already thought of it. we don't necessarily want to reinvent the wheel. So we had a look at some similar companies and then we improved it. So for example, there are locally based digital online services. And because we're global, we have done a global version. There are services that have one currency, we've made it multi-currency. So I think if you look at out there, what's out there, and then really try and improve on that, that's been our philosophy.
Yeah, that's an awesome thing. That I hope that we can have it. I will download it. Right away after this live session for sure.
Great.
So for financial stuff, I mean, deVere Group, of course, they are wealthy enough, so they can, I mean, financially, you won't have problem to expand or to develop your platform, the new platform of this called Vault. So are you looking for other partners like which can help you by some, I don't know, networking or the facilities that they have either in China, out of China? Are you looking for kind of partnership with companies or?
Absolutely. I don't know if you know, but my other name is the Network King. And one of the things I love about China, I'm based in Shanghai, but I work around China, is that people are very open here to talking, to sharing ideas, to helping businesses to grow. And we're very open to anyone who wants to approach us and talk about ways to grow each other's businesses.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So how would it be if you want to have any, for example, if one of those companies like Tencent or not Tencent, like Alipay, like WeChat Pay, because they are not, they're only local. They only can do transaction locally.
Yes.
Do you think that your platform can have a good join with them? Then can give them this facility that they can go global through your platform?
It's possible.
Or they want to go by themselves? Or if they come to you, it's going to be much better, like Alipay, like WeChat Pay?
I mean, that's a very good question to which I can't really be sure of the answer. So, the complexities of Chinese law in terms of both movement of money and services makes it a barrier, right? But there may well be ways, we are looking at every option at the moment. So if there are ways, we'll find them.
So you're open to this discussion or any negotiation that can help your platform get bigger and bigger, Get connected. So do you have any feedback of those people that you've had in your mobile app Vault? And how is it? Is it sort of CRM system that you have? Or how it is?
So we're getting great feedback. People, generally speaking, love the app. As you said, it saves people time, it saves them money, it's hassle-free. So, think of it like a bank, but an online version.
Can we say a global WeChat? It's like a...
Well, it hasn't got the monstrous power of WeChat. I think I would say...
the function.
But the functionality is global. So I would think it particularly suits people traveling. So, many people who want to go abroad, I go to Europe, I use my European digital card. I go to the UK, I use my sterling card. And then when it comes to CRM, the sort of the back end, as we call it, we've made that a much smoother experience for people as well. So on the app, there's a live chat option. You can also send in FAQs, you can look up all kinds of information. And then for people who go on to become our clients, the experience is seamless. So we've incorporated other aspects of fintech. For example, if you have some investments and you're worried about global conditions, Donald Trump does something crazy, you can instantly check, surprising anyway, you can instantly check your valuation and see what effect that's had. That's live. So all of that is as a result of fintech.
Awesome, nice. So how do you see the fintech's future? How would it be? Is it going to be revolutionary?
Mars, it's already revolutionary.
Oh, really?
Really. So, you know, there's some big ways. So, first of all, the speed I talked about, the ease of use.
Yeah.
Secondly, millennials are particularly keen on fintech. So there's been a massive growth in what are called Robo Advisors. So a robot version of me. May not have my charm, but it doesn't have my emotional bias. So, you know, a lot of investing is just pure mathematics.
Yeah.
And a robo advisor uses algorithms and can do what I do much faster, or at least elements of what I do.
Yeah.
So it's already having an effect. And then I think in the future it's going to continue to lower costs. So, you know, we're seeing lower commission levels, lower cost funds, and then looking even further forward, you know, we're going to see cryptocurrency, we're going to see the death of banks, in my opinion.
How would it be? Because this is the most controversial part that
I know.
we can talk about, that how banks are going to be disappeared.
Well,
They're controlling
they're going.
all the monies. Yeah.
I mean, just as Uber and then Didi are kind of affecting the taxi world. So these digital apps, we're not the only one. You know, the big banks are introducing their own digital apps. It's a huge expense for a bank to have physical buildings and staff. Using my Vault app, I can print out a physical bank statement. I can use it as a proof of address. I can do pretty much everything a bank can do, but at a fraction of the cost of a traditional bank, because we don't hire thousands of people. That's controversial, because what are those thousands of people going to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They can come work for us at deVere, mate. So, you know,
you can
big
pay their
changes.
salaries.
I hope so.
Yeah. So let's, as we are focusing on startups and entrepreneurs and so on, I would love to, every time in any topic that I have with any of our guests here, I talk about startups. How would it be for fintech or FINA startups that they are in this area? How is it challenging for them? And because I see that deVere Group, and you mentioned that in 1 year you've done a great job for your app, but you've got a big network, big connection, and like 80 countries in the world. You've already, for years and years, that you've been settled down, and you have all those connections. So if you have any mobile app or any fintech stuff, so you can easily execute what is needed about that app or any functions that they have. What about those startups that they don't have any connection, but they got a great idea and they want to make it as a company? What do you think about them? How would it be? I mean,
it's extremely tough. So, you know, even for us with the power of deVere, it's been very challenging.
I see.
You know, one of my favorite entrepreneurs is Steve Jobs. And, you know, Steve Jobs, when he started, he was cold calling. So, folks, you know, if you've got a brilliant idea, tell the world. Don't be too protective, I think. You know, people are sometimes worried about, oh, someone will steal my idea. Well, every idea has already been thought of. And if you've got a powerful idea, I mean, if you live in Shanghai, there's no better place to spread the word. I know you do a lot of, you know, networking. And I think networking is great because you don't necessarily need to have a lot of money to just meet people one-to-one, start spreading the word. And, you know, our app is spreading virally, and there's no reason why your app can't spread virally as well. If it's a great idea, it will find success. However, I just should say that, you know, Steve Jobs got thrown out of Apple. You know, Michael Jordan was told he'd never be a basketball player. You know, Oprah Winfrey was unsuitable for television. You know, so you're going to have to face rejection, face a lot of no before you get to yes.
And a lot of challenges, barriers, and you have to take over all of those things. So that's the world of entrepreneurs that they have to face.
But here's the thing, Mars, one of the reasons I really respect Nigel is that he's tremendously positive.
You mean Nigel, the founder of
Nigel Green, our founder. So when he visits every office in the world, okay, he doesn't need to do that. from a financial point of view,
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware. But you know, as he walks in the room, he just gives off. This may sound like a cliche, but it's not. He gives off tremendous positive energy. So you know, he has the attitude of this is going to happen.
Nice.
And I think that is a quality that I see in successful people everywhere, that they're very positively focused. They take things as challenges
Nice.
rather than as defeats. They learn.
Beside of Nigel Green, which is the founder of deVere Group, do you have any other favorite entrepreneurs?
I do.
Beside of me as well.
Obviously, Mars, you're my favourite. No, I mean, I love the entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, awesome.
You know, my own mother was entrepreneurial.
Oh, really?
She
Awesome.
was one of the first female booksellers. She sold books in the UK.
Perfect.
And, you know,
Perfect.
I learned from her.
He's awesome. Actually, my role model is a woman entrepreneur as well.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Now,
beautiful.
I also like male entrepreneurs. You know, some of the big guns. Bill Gates, I think, is fantastic. I wonder how many of us would give our fortune away completely.
Yeah.
That's very admirable.
Definitely, yeah.
I really like a guy, if you've not checked him out, have a look at him, called Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary
I know him.
Vaynerchuk.
He's a crazy guy.
Gary V, who basically is very direct, and he goes,
so
if you don't
direct.
do this, you're out of business. And I just love people who are
Yeah,
direct.
it's still tough, and it's direct. It's just telling that you should do this.
Yeah.
You should take an action tomorrow.
Yeah, brilliant. And, you know, he's very specific as well.
Oh, yeah.
I like that element of him. Elon Musk, you know, I mean, I love him for his visionary quality. I grew up reading science fiction novels.
He's a messenger of his era.
From the stars,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, you know, I love the fact that he's got such a massive vision.
Vision, this is crazy.
Yeah, you could never accuse him of being timid in his approach, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, he's inspiring many entrepreneurs, and I hope that we can follow him.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, as
Yeah.
long as he's doing the best job for entrepreneurs, for humanity, and whatever he's doing is interesting and is awesomely great. And I love his vision, as you said.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, what is your advice at the end, as we are running out of time? I really want to know your advice about every single entrepreneurs or every single person who wants to have their own companies and startups, and they want to grow their startup, and one day they're going to be successful.
Yeah. So, in short terms, number one, dream big. Be very bold in your vision. And number two, after you dreamed big, check it out on Bing or Google. If other people have had that dream, that can be a good thing. Look for your own industry. Look for the edges of that industry. In my industry, wealth management, the edge is fintech. And then ask yourself, how can I push this forward? How can I improve it?
Perfect. Awesome. Howard Whiteson, thank you so much for being here.
you.
Really appreciate that.
Thanks,
Was
man.
awesome.
Thank you
I
very
hope
much.
that we have you here again and again and again. I mean,
It's my pleasure,
that
really.
was a great lesson for me as well. Talking
me.
to you, having interview with you.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate for our viewers that they spend their time with us. Really appreciate. Hope we can have great chain interviews in our GBC Live with you and with you. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Here.